education station.
Oh my God, it looks so clear. I can't wait to shop.
I see a lot of things
Okay. How are you, friend?
I'm doing great.
Good. This is my pre-K teacher, Miss Jasmine.
Hey, Miss Jasmine.
How are you? Oh my God. I love it.
All aboard the education station. Hello, family. How we doing? I'm so excited. I don't know where y'all are, but I am chilling at home on this nice day. I hope y'all enjoyed y'all day. I hope y'all had a lovely start of your day. That's the best part of it. Having a lovely day, then your end of your day just be so wonderful. But y'all didn't come to hear about my end of the day, did you? No. Okay. It's okay. But I'm enjoying myself anywho. So I know I look cute today, right? I know. Oh, nah, just playing. So I have been doing the Women in Business podcast. We have been talking to some amazing women, learning about their journey, learning about where they're going, where they have been. And they've been educating me. Now, I hope they've been educating you. So please like, share, subscribe, talk to these ladies, talk back to them. Please go visit their websites. Go if you didn't catch their websites, let us know in the comments that, hey, I really enjoyed her. I really want to do more networking with her. I want to talk more with her, and let us know. So if you are a woman in business, or you know anybody that's a woman in business that would love, that you think, hey, you need to be on this podcast, you need to tell them your story, you need to get more people to know who you are. So one thing I do, I pull women that I know that sits in the back a lot, and it's their time to sit to the front. They have been doing some amazing things in the community. They have been doing some amazing things behind closed doors, and a lot of people just haven't noticed them. But I have noticed them. I have seen them. I've been keeping an eye out there on y'all. Okay, don't worry. I'm here. I'm here. Okay. So this next one that we have coming to the stage, look, coming up, real shy, real quiet, and I don't even think she really shy. I think she just really shy to y'all because we be cutting up. I don't know. I think it just be me. I be vibing. So I know this. They say she's shy. She say she's shy. I don't think she's shy. But let me read you her background, and some of y'all might know this person and be like, "Oh, she ain't shy." Once you hear her, okay. So I'm gonna put this up here. Why is it? Okay, here it is. So okay, let me go here. There it is. So Elock is a dedicated manicurist, educator, and entrepreneur from Chattanooga with a passion for excellence in the nail industry. Her journey has begun filled with highs and lows from overcoming challenges as a business owner. We all can talk about those challenges, huh? The mastery of her craft through years of dedication, despite the setbacks, her perseverance and artistic. Oh, and they don't put all these big old words in here, huh? Cut, edit, software. Look. Earns her 2 nominations for the Best Nail Tech at the BEC Awards. So give me one moment. All right. So this have also earned her for the Best Nail Techs at the BEC Award. As the owner of Elock's Nail Studio and a skilled instructor, she is committed to not only provide top-tier nail service, but also mentor the next generation of nails. And I want to speak heavily on she's the top-tier nail service. Baby, you can't. I wish I could take this background out so y'all can see these. Everywhere I go, I could be at a restaurant, I could be minding my own business somewhere, and somebody be like, "Who did your nails? Who did your?" And I be like, "Elock." I think me and my husband was out to eat just a couple of weeks ago. The girl took my hand and was like, "I love these," and I said, "Elock Nails," and she was like, "Huh?" I said, "Elock Nails." You got to understand, this is a walking billboard. I'm a walking billboard. When I leave the salon, and I have a hard time with longer nails, so this is kind of short to me. But when I leave, it's literally everybody that sees me, from my daycare centers to my educational store, everywhere I go, it's like somebody saying, "Oh, your nails look good," or I'm always having my hands done. I call these my paws, okay? So to provide top tier nail service, nah, baby, she's the one. She is the one. The first beginning. I've been there with her from the start, from the beginning. I remember we was doing nails in the house. And then we COVID, we were still trying to get them nails done. So I've been there. I'm one of the faithful customers. Like, but to also talk about mentoring to the next generation. I go to the salon that she's in currently, and I see the young ladies come to her for advice, tips. They ask about marketing. They ask about what I need to do next, Miss E. What do I need to do with far as the shaping, the designs, they watching her the whole time when she's doing somebody else's nails, or if she's doing my nails. She's like, oh, okay, that's cute. How did you do this, and that? Sometimes I'd be like, Keita, just do what you do. And I just do my hands like this. Just do what you do. 'Cause I don't come up with these designs. Or sometimes I have, and she gonna recreate the design of how she seen it in her eyes. So we're gonna get ready to introduce, to bring on Miss Elock Nails. But before we do it, I want y'all to make sure that you like, share, and subscribe. And not only that, that you also just in the comments, if you get a chance, go into the comments and tell her hello, tell her thank you, tell her we are so proud of you. We are cheering you on, because it's not every day that an entrepreneur get up and just be like, I want to do this again. I want to do this again. I want to do this again. Some days it be like, it's already Monday. Yeah. And we back at it again. So with no more yip yapping for me. Let's bring on Miss Elock herself onto the stage. Let her tell us, hey, 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 hey. How,
Hey, hey, hey.
how you doing?
Doing good.
I know, right?
Yes.
I am just so excited. The last three podcasts that I had on here, I've been too excited, just too happy. And sometimes I go over my time. So I be having to look at my little time tracker and everything. But when you
That's all
on this
right.
side and when you conversating, if you thank you, hubby, he brought me my tea. If you ain't
Okay.
grabbed your tea yet, I need you to go grab your tea. My sister gave me this one. I ain't gonna put it on the other side of what it say, but my sister gave me this little tea box
Uh-oh.
right here. Huh? But
I said, uh-oh.
grab your tea and get ready, sit back, sip some, get ready to learn about the journey of Miss Elock, how she turned her passion into profit. And I really do say this is her passion. This is not something that she's like woke up yesterday and said, yeah, let me just clip on some nails on somebody, toes and nails. This is her passion. This is something that she has been. I don't think I've seen her do anything else but nails, to be honest with you guys. I mean, yeah, no. Well, she did massages, but I mean that's still part of the nail service. You get a little hand massage, a little back massage.
Right.
That's still part of
Right.
the hand. So, all right, it's good to have you on, Keita. And I want to
Thank you.
first, I want to start off thanking you for joining. Thank you for saying yes, because I know that was a big commitment. Like, oh, Sean, you really want me to do this today? But
Yeah.
we have been working on getting you out of that shyness, and everybody in the city of Chattanooga know Miss E. Like, if you don't know her, now you do.
That's
Um,
right.
what inspired you to start Elock Nails in the beginning? Like, what's the journey of it?
Oh, so the beginning was, it kind of happened so funny because I went to school first for massage therapy. I went to Millamont and I did a tour of the school, and they had the cosmetology department, and they were like, do you want to do hair? Are you interested in hair? And I'm like, no, I wasn't blessed with that skill, but do you guys have nails? They were like, well, you do that in cosmetology, but we don't have a nail program by itself. I'm like, oh, well, we'll just stick with massage. So I did that for 2 years, finished up, got my license in that. And when they finally got the nail program, it was right when I was finishing massage. So it kind of like flowed together. I finished up, got the license, went back to school for another 6 months, finished up nails, got the license, and then I just started going. And I tell all my students I was terrible in the beginning, but it was just something about the artistic side, the creativity, the flexibility of being able to be my own boss and set my own schedule, and the trials along the way is probably the reason why I'm still in it today, because I've gone through trial after trial after trial after trial, and I'm like, I'm going to eventually succeed in this because I've
Yeah,
learned all the
it's
wrong ways
a
of doing
never
this.
give up. Yeah,
Yeah,
you got to try. It's a trial and error, and I tell people
it
that in
is.
business. You just on the call when I was on the call with another new client, and I was just telling her the same thing before you came on. Everything is gonna try to error. Like
Mm-hmm.
things that probably worked in my business probably not working yours, but then you see that it's not working. Okay, let's fix it. Let's fix it. It might not
Right.
just be right now for that season. So
Right.
you said something when in that would goes into my next question. What challenges did you face when launching your business? And kind of how did you overcome it? Because you just said, I just kept going. I wasn't good at the first,
Mm-hmm.
but I kept going.
So one of my biggest challenges was probably application of the acrylics. Just doing the work and having the skills. So that was one of my biggest challenges. And the people who supported me in the beginning were the people or were the reason why I just said, okay, I'm going to keep going, because I was like, nope, this is not for me. I'm just going to go back to massage. And I did that, but they wouldn't let me quit. Every time I wanted to quit doing nails, they were like, no, I need an appointment. I need my nails done. So that was a really big challenge for me. And
I
to
was probably
actually,
keto on the go.
right,
Because
right.
I remember I used to be like, Keita, where you at? I'm over here at this apartment complex. Just come see me at such and such. Okay, let me come over there then get my nails.
Okay, right. We were in the house.
Yes. And
I actually did not even name all the salons that I have been in.
I have been traveling to every one.
It was so many. It was so many. And I think that was a challenge too, to I was so indecisive, and I just couldn't make up my mind on, where I wanted to be, and who I worked well with and things like that. So those challenges, it was those things that kind of like had me frustrated. I was so frustrated.
But you overcome every challenge because even though we laughed, talked about like we was here, we was in that salon,
Mm-hmm.
everybody has a market that they try to reach. And
Mm-hmm.
everybody, like and I can say with the services that you provide, you might not be there for a 6 months or to a year or something like that. So do you
That's
sign
true.
like a commitment to be there 6 months or I'll be here for a year and then you might have to move? How did that mess with your clientele? Did they mess with your clientele when you did a lot of movements?
Um, I don't think it really messed with my clientele until I ended up moving out of Chattanooga into Adairsville, Georgia.
Mm.
That's when I saw a difference in my clientele. Like it stopped completely. But before then, while I was in Chattanooga, I didn't see a big difference in the clients that were coming in, but I saw a difference in the type of clients that I had, if that makes sense.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So
It makes a lot of sense.
yeah, someone taught me a long time ago that you're going to attract the type of clients that you are. So I
Yeah.
had to take a good look at me and try to see the type of person that I was and why I was attracting what I was attracting.
You remember our Sunday talks I used to tell you all the time, um, we realize that we have to grow. We
Mm-hmm.
growing. We learn from what we grow through, not what we go through, what we grow through. And a lot of times,
Right.
see, you can tell that story to a young lady like, yeah, I moved out of state too. I thought it was gonna be fine and grass on the other side too, but it was because it helped me understand what that market needs out there. So if I ever decided I want to build a brand out in that area, I know where to go. My
That's
face
true.
has made an imprint out there. And so some
Mm-hmm.
people feel like I gotta move from Chattanooga to go to Atlanta. Okay, if everybody in Chattanooga go to Atlanta, won't you see the same people?
Exactly.
I'm just confused. Can we move to Indiana? Can
Right.
we move to Kentucky? What about Arizona? Like if we
Well,
all move to Atlanta, if we say I'm just gonna move to Atlanta, then all you're gonna see is Chattanooga people, right?
that's it.
So, if you're gonna make a move, make that move make purpose.
Mm-hmm.
You got to make a purpose. Sometimes we make moves in business. I'm just saying in business, when we make the move, do it really make purpose to it?
Right.
Is it that we running from something? Or we are we running towards something or running away from something? Or did God really say, yeah, I want you to move over here? Or is
Right.
that you or self-talk? And sometimes I have to tell some business owners, we got to get out of our own thoughts. I told you this just not too long ago. We got to get
Mm-hmm.
out of our own thoughts and let God process in us, let Him download
Right.
in us to get
Right.
so that way we can understand. I kid y'all not. Today, I wanted a whole clarity day. I did. I was like, I need a shutdown day. And where I took my photos at was at a beautiful hotel. Never been to this hotel. I have seen it a couple of times. It's a train. They got train cars. Can't think of the
Hmm.
name of it right now. The Charlotte. I probably be pronouncing it wrong. Somebody
I've
correct me.
never heard of them
But
either.
it's downtown, a Chattanooga Choo Choo, and the lady let me walk into one of the rooms. And if you know me, I love trains. immediately my head started spinning to where I had so many ideas, Photoshop, marketing skills. I said, ma'am, can I book a room Friday, Saturday, and Sunday? I need a brainstorm day. And she was like, we're all booked. I said, the devil is a liar.
Mm.
Because I was like, how can I overcome the overthinking? How can I overcome the challenges that I feel it? To me, guys, like, that's not a challenge. You think that's a challenge? Wait till I open up this other door. That's gonna be the real challenge.
Right.
That's gonna be the real challenge. And so seeing your journey, Keita, of many times, like I said, being there from the house to to one salon on up over there by the cricket place
Yeah.
and that was, we bumped into each other by accidentally because I think I was getting my hair done and I was like, yeah, we got a nail tech here too. I'm like, yeah. That was my first time ever seeing a
Mm-hmm.
hair salon and a nail tech right in the same scenery. And I was like,
Right.
who is it? And so the next time I came, there's Keita again. Girl, you up here? And Boo, she was like, yeah, I told you I moved up here. I was like, okay. She said, and I got the massage. She was doing massages in the other room. And so I was
Mm-hmm.
like, okay, girl. I said, you got this all played out, And so that was a challenge because you got to make sure that you have the clientele. You got to make sure that you, like you said, you attract what you really want to see. We
Mm-hmm.
can't lower our prices. We can't lower our, because the rent ain't low.
Right.
The nails ain't low. The polish ain't low. The critic ain't low. And my back pains ain't low.
Okay.
So we, when it comes to those, and I'm just being serious. Y'all know my podcast. We be real. That's why I told Keith, I said, I ain't got no questions for you because I want the real you. I want people to understand you're human at the end of the day. You a business owner, but you also a mom. You also a educator, and you're a business. But
Mm-hmm.
at the end, I'm human. And this is my thoughts. This is how I feel. So when it was the turning point of your business, and I want to talk about that journey of moving downtown, not downtown, but moving out of town. And then you like, this ain't going to be it. I got to move back. I'm feeling it. I got to move back. How was that?
Well, so I think it was kind of tough once I thought about it. Once I came back home and I processed it, I realized, or I just thought in my own mind that there was something I needed to finish here in Chattanooga. And everything wasn't bad when I left and went to Adairsville. I had a school that I was working at. It was a beautiful school. Everybody there was so welcoming and they were open. And I got a chance to meet some really amazing people. The students there might have been a little challenging, but I think that's what gave me the grit that I have right now to be an educator. But I really felt like there was something that I needed to complete here in Chattanooga. Like I just didn't feel like the work was done. And it just seemed like things were like falling apart in other areas and stuff. And I was like, yeah, maybe I should just go home. And I just felt that for a while.
And I was listening to a song today. And I was trying to think of when you was talking because it was like I understand. I understand that, yes, I may be going through this, but God is getting ready to show me the plan. And a lot of times we run from what God has for us in that plan because it ain't making sense to me right now. Why is all this going on and this going on? And it ain't making sense to me. You know what? Maybe if I just remove myself from the situation by just taking my body, taking my business and moving to a whole different city, a whole different place, because we all done been there. I was there with my childcare not too long ago. I was like, you know what? I'm sick of the world. I'm sick of everybody. And, and I was like, no, turn that into anytime I face a challenge, anytime I face anything, I feel like that's a fuel to my fire. I'd be like, okay, what can I do? How can I turn this? How can I pivot from this narrative? What do I need to change? And you said it about me. What is it within me that I'm struggling with? So we fight what was inside of the flesh. We fight that.
Yeah.
We fight that every single day. Because, baby, being a business owner is ghetto. I'm gonna say it again. It's ghetto. It's ghetto.
Yeah, it has its ghetto moments. I'll say that.
I'd be like, woo! It's ghetto. So now we're gonna turn the topic to branding, and just branding. How did you build your brand? How did you? Because I mean, we went through a whole branding phase with Elock Nails, and I'm telling you, I was
So
there for the whole thing. I was there
the
for it.
whole entire thing, I have had, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, maybe 6 different logos alone. Okay. It was like every year I was changing something. I'm so indecisive and couldn't make up my mind, and the vision always changed. It was always changing. So my branding, as I matured, it matured. And so now I have one that I'm in love with, and it fits who I am today. I don't plan on changing it no more.
And I
But
love it. I was trying to see if I
you.
had the darn logo up here. I don't even have the logo right here. But I love, if you haven't went to visit her website, because we need to talk about that as well. Go and visit her website, you guys. I'm in love with the whole brand. Let me tell you something. I just got onto somebody that wanted me to book a service. I said, "Do you have a website?" Oh, do you have a website? I can't go to booking you in your inbox no more. That's out of date. I gotta go. Keita don't put me on game. Keita don't told me I gotta go here, and because I used to be one of them people that was hard headed. They'd be like, um, Keita, she be like, no, LaShawn, no, LaShawn, no, I got a website. Go, I have it this way, and you got to respect the game. People have a website to keep their self busy. I mean, not busy, but
Mhm.
keep them on track to make sure
Mhm.
that they don't overbook themselves. To make sure that time slot that you book is meant for you. That's your personal time with Miss Elock herself. That's your time to ask her questions about your knuckles
Right.
and your cuticles and why it looks so rough
Not
and why you
those.
keep breaking nails. Oh, it's just me. It's just me. Why I keep
Oh,
breaking nails and everything else. But you got to respect the hustle. So that was my sidebar because I can't respect. Not saying that you're not a business owner, but if you still taking um messages through your inbox, taking appointments through your inbox, no. Like get when you getting serious. That money, that $14 app, you're gonna get it back in a client that's gonna appreciate your website.
mhm.
When she
Mhm.
sent me this website to go book for my nails, I got it now saved in my little app up here. I'll be like, oh, let me go book my nail appointment.
Okay. Good
And
job.
and I know, right? That's a lot for me. Yeah, I just don't understand. You better ask my hairstylist because, baby, please. I'd be looking at my hairstylist like, no, no, no. I think I'm her only Sunday client. I don't care. I will become her
Right.
only Sunday client. I would pay that. Even my massage lady, I'm her only Sunday client, probably. I'm that special client because I will pay extra for that extra service. Keita know. I be like, Keita, can you just fit me in on Sunday? If you got to drive a little further from
Mhm.
Georgia, but if you don't have a website, I just feel like it's not business. That's not professional.
Right.
Like,
Right.
hey, right now, everybody go click on Elock Nails. Go find the website. Go share the website with 5 of your friends. How many other business owners can say that right now that you can share your website? If you do not
Right.
have a website, contact me. I got somebody that can help you get you a website, okay? Because we got to come out that age in Facebook and booking in Facebook and Instagram. No, 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 we're not doing that no more. Then that's
Mm-mm.
part of marketing too. Let me put that in there. So with your brand, like I said, with your brand, I noticed the change. And you're right.
Mhm.
I did it with Tiny Tigers. I called them the 2 dead tigers that I started out with. And people be like, what? That's what I used to call them, the 2 dead tigers. Because they were two little play
Oh.
some little clubs. But
Mhm.
that was from my home daycare. Because I,
Right.
I love tigers. I love tigers. My nickname, with my great grandmother was Tiger. And then everybody from high school, middle school and high school, called me Tiny. So I put them together. But I noticed that when I moved that brand over to the center that I'm in now, it didn't fit.
Mhm.
I was wondering why I was attracting what I was getting. And that was in staff, that was in employees, that was in just business. It was just too much because the Tigers was lazy, the Tigers wasn't fun, the Tigers didn't have that woo, like it didn't give you
Right.
like this is a daycare that does learning or have excitement, has that, has that whole over. And same way with Elock, you see it now, you like, oh snap, baby, please, you finna go ahead and get a luxury treatment, and you do,
That's right.
and you do. From
Every
your
single
head
time.
down to your toes. I, I was finna comment on something Miss D shared on Facebook. I said, I just tell her later. I'm gonna have to remember that because she had
Right.
put something on a young lady put something on Facebook and she said, "Oh, I do that service. Have you looked
Mm-hmm.
at my? You looked and see I do that service." I was like, "Let me ask if Keita do this service because I need this service, you know." And
Oh,
so I was like, I said, that's what we use the marketing for. When we change,
right.
when we building our brand, a lot of people don't understand the brand that you have right now you might not have 2 years from now. Heck, you might not have
That's
6 months from now because you're gonna realize. And I wish my husband could chime in because he's in marketing and branding and all that stuff, and he does the researches and the analysis on. We was talking Walmart. We're gonna take Walmart for instance. Did y'all not know Walmart changed their brand
true. Mm-hmm.
from what they used to look like to now what they look like?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. Go do your research. They done changed
Right.
it, okay? So it's a lot of Amazon. I think Amazon went through a little branding phase for a little moment, how they had the A and how they got it now and everything else. So sometimes you might see that brand looks this way for a long time and then it'll phase out. They'll phase it out.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and then how did that work best for your market? Did you start seeing attracting the clients that you wanted once you changed your brand?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I saw a difference when I changed the branding, when I started changing the prices, when I started offering different things. Like once again, like I said, once I matured, my business matured. And the clientele that I wanted to see, I see now. I see
And
now.
you feel so much better because you like, God, all I had to do was change this. Now, what would it look like if I changed something else? Let me move
Okay.
something else down in here. Look, let me add something else. And
Right.
for my men and women out there that's like, well, what can I do for my brand? What can I listen? Go check out look at some popular brands that you follow right now. Nike. If you're following who that I just was talking about, New Balances. New Balances starting to like Panda Dunks. If you ask me, I just bought a pair. I was like, dang, don't these like the dunks or something? They all change.
Oh.
They start going through a change. Once you catch on to something, everybody will start doing it. They'll start changing. You need to look
Mm-hmm.
at the market. Look at if you are educated, look at what educators are doing now. What is something new that they was doing? Everybody had STEAM at the end of their name at a daycare. Hair industry. What was they doing at the hair industry? Everybody was gluing frontals, putting frontals on the back of the front,
Right.
making men bobs and everything else. Okay.
Right.
So you gotta really look, you gotta start keeping up with the trends and what's going on to enhance your brand. Um,
Mm-hmm.
what role did social media play when growing your business? Did social media play any role when it was growing your business?
Yes, absolutely. Facebook. I'm on Facebook more than I'm on anything else, and I post on there a lot. So Facebook played a really big role in my business. I got a lot of leads from people sharing my posts or me just posting consistently. I think that's what it took, the consistency. Like I was terrible at that at first, but once I got on board with posting what needed to be posted at certain times of the day, and then I just started getting all these messages, and then I would get people who would comment and ask for an appointment. It's amazing. Yeah, Facebook has been great.
And I would say if you're not using a social media platform, because we do have some business owners to be like, nah, I'm not going to use social media. I'm gonna tell you, you're missing out on money.
Yeah,
You're missing out on money. You're really
yeah.
missing out on money because even if she does nails local here, but say if somebody coming in town and this happened to me with my education station, people come in town, they looking for a teacher resource center, and they might see my Facebook page before they see my Google page.
Mm-hmm.
And they like, oh, she had an event. She did a vision board party. She done like all that stuff is important that you posting on your social media. Now and I get it. If you are not a social media addict, because I'm not one either. I done tried my best to do this 30-day challenge. I've been doing it now. Getting my content on all of my platforms. Just in 30 days and try to get this done and go back, tweak it, try to add little photos and stuff like that. Hire you somebody. Find you a VA. Find you somebody that can really get that done for you. Because
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna lie to you, sitting trying to find that time to actually work, make Facebook work for you, Instagram work for you, TikTok work for you. I'm still trying to learn TikTok. If I can stay off of there buying stuff and actually selling some stuff and doing some videos, I'll be good. But
Right.
I laughing half of the time. That's my cool down moment, just getting on TikTok laughing. But social media can really help grow your business to where the holidays come. They have a family member that live in Chattanooga and they want to buy a gift card from you. Guess what they're going to? Social media. If they seen her flyer going past there, like, oh, she got this going on today. And I was trying to move us out the way where we can see this flyer, and I'm gonna put who wouldn't come and get a family member a nail treatment? Who wouldn't let them enjoy a spa? Who wouldn't? But see, if she wasn't on social media, if she wasn't promoting her business, I think we did something. What was that? Friday when I got my nails done, you had something going on your Facebook, and Miss D
Mm-hmm.
said, "Oh, you got so and so many comments." She was like, oh,
Yeah.
"Okay." What? And she started reading them. You was like, "You do know your favorite color." She was like, "No, this is what they talking about in the group." I was like, "Let me go in here and see what they talking about." And it was just like daily, some little daily engagement, just an engagement
Yes.
post. And some business struggle, like me. I struggle with trying to keep people engaged on my certain platforms. I can have more people on my personal page engagement better than my business page. So I be trying to engage them on my personal page and say, go over and like my business page. And so if some of y'all are
Mm-hmm.
struggling in that area, let's talk about it. Let's have a day where we just talk about social media. Come on and have somebody to come on and talk about just, hey, how can we boost the morale in my social media? If you like that, better like, share, and comment below and say, yes, I would love a day somebody can help me with my social media. Des is really good. She's in Chattanooga with reels. She can put a reel together in
Mm-hmm.
about faster than me. I said, babe, I need a class. I need a whole
Okay.
class. Take 5 minutes. Baby, how much for an hour just to come and do a content day with me with a whole bunch of reels? I'd be like, how do you get all these people together? But social media plays a big part in a lot of people businesses, and I'm glad that you've seen that. Hey, my niche is social media. My clientele is there. I see a lot of my, and
Mm-hmm.
some of them come based off of referrals, because I know some people ask me, I'm like, oh, she over here on Highway 58, Elock Nails. I said, you know what a long John Silver's with at? Go in that little plaza with the Dollar General right in there, and
Mm-hmm.
stay now open. Big yellow sign outside, now open.
Right.
I think now we're gonna get a nail person or somebody out there flipping the sign and say, right here, right here.
Okay. That's what we need.
So my last question on this part before we move on, how are you different from the others in the competitive industry? Like, how are you different from other nail techs and your competition, if you see any competition?
I don't see competition. I stay in my lane. I have always believed that whatever clients are for me, and who's not, it's just not. I don't stress that part. I let God do his work, and I let him send me the clients that I believe he want in my life and want me to be in their lives. So yeah, there's no competition over here. I know what I can do.
I had to turn away and not laugh because me and her had this conversation before, and I don't know
Yeah.
if she remember when we was down about the daycare, that salon, when we was talking, and I was like, I don't know why people be like, you don't feel intimidated that you like, I go out to eat with childcare owners that's here locally in the city. I mingle and mix and mingle talk. I said we collaborate, and I said it's crazy that people want us against each other so bad
Right.
when when my daycare is taking a hit, they call me like, sis, we got this. What we need to do.
Mm-hmm.
So that's like my survivor pack right there. Like, I know
Right.
my child care sisterhood squad, they gonna come for me and help me and say, hey, let's make this better. Let's look at this. Let's look at that. And we don't see competition. If my daycare have some spots available and they daycare full, guess what they gonna call? Hey, Sean, we even call each other. We'll text each other, say, hey, I got openings in this room, that room, this room. Hey, if y'all know anybody need a job, I need a preschool teacher. We done formed our own little community chat. So we don't see competition. And the reason why
Mm-hmm.
I say if you have any, because some people, some coaches will be like, you gotta be better than your competition. And I'll be like, you know, if guys say they're gonna walk through this door today, they walk through this door. If guys
Right.
say they're gonna pay that price, they're gonna pay that price. And some people be like, no, you just gotta be, and I get it. I get it. I know that Like I told you before we got on here, like what's the competition that far as what makes you different from the other nail salons that's out there already is that you have this gift of being able your hands when your hands touch the other person's hand, you're empowering them, you're motivating them. When they walk out, they probably walked in with something heavy on their heart or
Mm-hmm.
something heavy on their mind. And then when you touch them with the power of your hand and the stroke of the brush and the nails that's going on, they come out, they feel 100% better. I don't care if you're a man
Mm-hmm.
sitting in that chair or a woman sitting in that chair, you getting out of that chair feeling motivated, empowered, inspired, and you like, girl, I'm leaving. The guy was trying to talk to me about some sea moss juice. I was like, honey, I gotta go. I gotta go. I feel good. I feel great. Let me go.
Right.
I gotta go teach a class. I gotta go. He was
Right.
like, I mean, you can catch up with me. Yeah, I can catch up with you later, but I gotta go because my nails look good. I gotta go.
Okay.
But I didn't see competition. I see that the reason why I picked this person is because I know when I go into this environment and people, I'm very heavy on environments. I'm very heavy on environments. When I
Yes.
go into this environment, I feel this is a safe environment. This is a secure environment. This is somewhere where I can, I can cut up, but I can also be myself. I can just be
Mm-hmm.
there and not feel like I got to be, oh, stuck and like, oh,
Right.
okay, when this person leave her. No, it's literally a fun environment. And Miss Des has done a wonderful job. You and her have done a wonderful job with training these young ladies that's there. The
Miss D.
huh?
You said Des, Miss D.
Miss D. I keep saying that. Des' room look good too. I'm sorry. I keep
Yes.
throwing her room look good too in the back. But everybody there has their own, it's like a own little flow,
Yeah.
but everybody's connected.
Yeah.
Everybody's connected. Everybody get along. Everybody do everything. They got what they need to do. Their clients come in. Everybody's saying, "Hey, how you doing? Okay, she is this way." We introduce and we are smiling. Even the clients in the chair be like, "Hey, how you doing?" We don't even know who the person
Mhm.
is, but hey, how you
Right.
doing? And I think that day I came, we had pie day. So not just at this, it's not just your average nail salon to where you going in, they probably offer you a water, drink, a little bit of beverage. You're gonna get a little bit of conversation, you're gonna get some entertainment, you're gonna probably leave there with some food,
Yeah.
and
Because
probably be
we
there
like to
after
eat.
your appointment. Because I stayed there one day, an hour after my appointment, and I was like, "Yeah, I gotta go. Why am I still sitting here talking to y'all?" But
Right.
it's because you become family. So
That's right.
in that going into that, that's going right into my mindset portion because um you got to have the right mindset to do nails because you have so much going on in your mind and you doing somebody nails and I know you use different tools and different things and you coming in there with a bad day and you got somebody in your chair and you like you ain't even thinking about the design. You thinking about your bad day and you don't
Mhm.
shake that whole woman nail around. That was
Mhm.
not the shape
Mhm.
I was going for. But you know what? Today you going over.
Right. Right.
And what advice do you have for a woman who wants to, turn their passion into a profitable business? Like they are, and I know you teach students and everything else, but if it's a woman out there that is like, I think I want to start doing nails, but I don't know if this is for me.
Ooh. Um. I think the best advice that I could give for somebody who wants to get into this industry is to just do it. Just do it. Try
Mhm.
it out. There's nothing wrong with trying out a new skill. If it's something that you're passionate about, you're definitely going to be enthused about it. And I think that's the most important thing about it too, is that you have to have some enthusiasm because there will be days where you don't feel good. There's going to be days where you're going to want to quit. You're going to feel like it's not for you. You're going to cry a lot because I have cried a lot. But you have to just endure and you have to have that passion. That passion is what's going to drive you to keep pushing forward and to keep moving towards the goal that you see at the end because it is very profitable if it's done correctly. And I will say that too, make sure that you do it correctly. If I could say anything else, make sure that everything is lined up properly and in order.
Get your stuff in order. And
Mm-hmm.
not only that, be coachable. Be coachable.
Yes,
I would say have that mindset of being coachable.
very much
Um,
so.
mistakes is gonna happen, and she basically wrapped up both of my questions in that part. Like mistakes is gonna happen, and warning new entrepreneurs: if you don't have it together now, you out here just willy nilly doing people nails in your home and doing this and doing that. that might last you for a little while. But if you really want to, if you want people to start taking you serious, if you want people to start, you want to up on your prices and everything else, go get what you need. Go get your license. Go get your
Yeah.
certifications. And I'm saying she, but Elock does nail training as well, starting at
Mhm.
$150. So
Mhm.
she hosting these classes. What y'all know what kills me about people who be like, I don't see nobody doing it. Y'all in the wrong groups. Get in the right groups, and maybe we're not advertising to the right market or not the right market, but we're not in the right platform where you at. But research is something. Word of
Yeah.
mouth is something. Somebody, and I know I share everything she posts on her page. If she posts something, I'm sharing it. And so she did something with I think the youth one time. Doing the kids nails,
Oh
the
yeah.
little girls nails, because I was trying to get my daughter in it because honey, she had us in here high as the kite with that primer. I was about, but baby, you gotta do that outside. I can't breathe.
It's
But I
strong.
remember my daughter went going through the same steps I did. I did my own nails. Like, I don't have my nails done since I was probably 13. I used to wear the press ons. I take them off before my daddy can figure out that I had them on my hand. But I'm grown now. He can't whip me for it now, right?
Okay.
But my aunt, God rest her soul, I used to get the glue. She used to take me to the Family Dollars when it was down there on Third, on the other side of Pruitt's, and I get the nail glue, the cute little nails. I put
Mhm.
them on my hand, and then when I get off from that school bus, baby, I knew how to pop them things off, take the other nail and pop it off. Didn't even look like I had them on. Do you hear me? And then when I got a
Okay.
little older, I started getting into what my daughter's doing now is learning how to put the tips on and then trying to learn how to apply and that was my whole goal when I went to Harrison Bay. I wanted to do nails. They put me in cosmetology. No, I don't know. Now my aunt do hair. I don't do hair. Baby, I probably burn your scalp. Don't do that now.
Okay.
But I learned a little few things because I stayed in there for a good 3 months. And I was like, nah, this ain't for me because this ain't for me. So I went into early education. Okay. But I enjoyed the little tips that I did learn because I can manage and maintain my own hair. But we can't keep saying it's nothing out there when it is out there.
Mhm.
She's doing nail training. She's also an instructor at a school that
Mhm.
provides this type of services. And them girls are doing them, not girls, ladies are doing a wonderful job. I've
Yeah.
seen that progress from designing nails. I remember back in the day when we used to go to Tiffany nails, they used to airbrush. I remember the airbrush nails. Oh, I was just the only one who used to get them. Okay.
The girl, I got them too.
You know, the designs they used to just play, and we had to pay like $3 or $4 for just little stencils of the design on their nails. Y'all barely want to pay for rhinestones. I had
Right.
somebody say, "How much you pay for each one of them stones?" I was like, "Each one of the stones." I said, "Does it matter? It makes the design. Like you know what, Sean? No, we're not gonna do that tonight. We're
Right.
not gonna do that tonight. We're not. We're not because I was finna take it there, but."
No.
Even if you're a beginner, and I think your age requirement on the nails training is what age again?
For me, outside of school has to start at like 16. I prefer 16, only because anything younger than that, you don't want to get them in the habit of messing up the respiratory system and things like that, breathing in all the chemicals and
You
stuff.
hear that,
So
my
16 would
respiratory
be
system.
16 is what I recommend outside of school. In school also, they can start at 16 as well. At school too, they
Okay.
just have to have parental consent.
So, okay, if my parents out there that got a young lady that's 16, it's like she's interested in nails, she's interested in doing this, she's doing her friends' nails and everything else, and you really serious about investing into your child's future into the nail tech industry, they could be doing this while they at college. Making side money while they at school away from college, and they got a certificate, they got something to prove that hey, I know how to do nails.
Hmm.
Getting them to start their business the legal way. Okay, you guys sign up for this training. And I think she got it on the flyer that I have. It says Sundays only. But you got an email, you got a website. Go on a website, check it out, check out our classes, what she have going on, what special events that she has going on. And so what's the future goals for Elock Nails? What are some things that you planning on doing like for the future?
Oh, my future goal, honestly, is to get back in a space where I can have a team of my own And I also would like to have a training center inside of my salon.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
So I know what we need to pray for.
Yes, ma'am.
um, and do you have any new projects, any collaboration? Any, and she does have products, you guys. So
I
for
do have.
those, she does have product
Mm-hmm.
that's coming in the works. And we was before we got on here, she's getting ready to launch something out for you guys. So if you're not following Elock, please go ahead and start following her on Facebook, Instagram if she has Instagram. But I know follow get her website. You do emails like newsletters, anything?
I haven't gotten started on any newsletters yet, but I'm working on that too.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
Um, so before we get ready to close it out, because I want to talk about the collaborations and the projects that she's getting ready to come out with. In order for businesses to sustain and to continue to grow, we have to learn how to support. So
Mm-hmm.
supporting the new project, supporting sharing. Sharing don't cost you nothing.
That's true.
Sharing don't cost you nothing. Do it help us pay a bill or two? Yeah, because if you share it to somebody else, then they probably come on down the road and come get some.
Right.
So that's a share. That's something that you can do every day. So if you have this opportunity, if you hear my voice, go find her page. I know you don't want to click off this. You probably like, no, I've been on this YouTube, I've been on this Facebook. I'm not clicking off this. Once this ends, I want you to go find Elock Nails page. I want you to go find the Facebook and say, hey girl, hey, how you doing?
Right.
Hey, I seen you here, I seen you there, and we're gonna make sure that we continue to share her things here at the EDU station and on my personal page. Have her connected more, have her come on, because we are planning on doing some collaboration with some other women, making this a bigger podcast to where everybody bring their own expertise to the
Mm-hmm.
table that they can talk about or just chime in. We're just gonna have a day where we just have a round table just of some what business women just talking and just chit chatting, just talking about some things that they have, some challenges, some things that they can help other entrepreneurs understand about that industry. I'm not in the nail industry. I'm not in the hair industry. I'm in the childcare industry. I'm in the retail industry. So I got some knowledge in there, and I also take knowledge. I take wisdom. I take understanding from Miss Keto when she shows me like, oh girl, you can do Canva this way, and I can show you how to work. I'm like, you and my husband like that Canva thing. I'm still learning a little bit, or how to just navigate through the website, how to build your own website. Sometimes we don't want to do it ourselves, and so I'm like that. I'm a hands-on type of person. I was told I like to have control. And I do like
Me
to have a
too.
certain amount of control because I want to, if something was to happen to somebody, I want to be able to step in until I'm hiring that next person to fulfill that slot. So, don't feel bad if you do have to reach out to Keita and say, Keita, how did you make your website? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
If she shoots you with that price of how to help you with that website, it costs. Because that's her time. That's the time that she has built to build her platform and everything else. But if she gives that time and say, just stop by the store or just stop by the salon and I'll show you a thing or two, you know, they just make sure that you share, like, and subscribe. Go share her page. Go tell another person. Go surprise. Prom season is coming around the corner. If you ain't got that
Yes.
girl prom nails done, if you ain't talked to her about, hey, what you want to go to do. I know my niece was last minute trying to get these nails and everything else done one year, and I was just like, Lord have mercy. Uh-uh.
Mm.
Uh-uh. And now I'm dealing with not dealing with, but I have a little girl, so now I know I gotta step my game up. Like, hey, Keita, she gonna get her nails
Mm-hmm.
done on such day and going to fill in because books get busy.
Yes.
Books get busy, and you want that nail tech that's gonna show your daughter that her special day, that prom season day is special, especially if this is her 12th grade year, this is her last year. We want to make that a special occasion for her, just making sure that she knows, hey, from her nails down to her toes, everything is gonna look wonderful. Okay,
Exactly.
so um, you already gave us the best business advice. You already talked to us about your brand. You told us about how you got started in this journey. And like I said, I've been there the whole way through, the whole train ride through, baby. Caboose to
That's
stop,
right.
on board, to get off board, to come this way, your redirection. Every journey part of your journey, I have been a part of, and I have loved every a bit of it. I have seen the
And I
growth.
appreciate it.
Thank you. I have seen the
Yes.
growth. I have seen. We have cried together. We have just been like, I'm done together. I had our cry out party, And one thing that I can say that inspires me about you, that you are a go-getter, that you are somebody that I can say I can call upon and be like, Keita, I'm having a hard day. I just got to talk this through. And I know that you're going to give me the words, the encouragement, the inspiration to support me, to be like, Sean, you got this.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't suspecting a post to come from you from just the visit on Friday. And I appreciate that, because a lot of people don't see the back end of what we do as business owners. They just hear the negative, but never hear the positive things that a
Right.
business owner does. And people run to the gospel, but don't run to the positive things. And so
Mm-hmm.
I appreciate you for sharing that moment, because I didn't ask her to do it. I
Right.
didn't beg her to do it. I didn't even know it was even up there. And so I was like, it said Elock has tagged you in something. I said, what, this girl done tagged me? I said, oh, it must be about my nails. I was like, no, this is a long post. I do not do long text messages. Wait a minute. So I sat there and I read it, and I'm a crybaby at heart anyway. And I was just, the tears was tears of joy, that you don't never know who's watching you, who you
Right.
inspiring, who you are
Right.
motivating. So even though you might be facing a struggle or a challenge, they like, how did she overcome that? How did she get through people disowning her, calling her names, and this and that? I just remember what my grandma used to say: sticks and stones may hurt your bones, but words will never hurt you. So
Okay.
you just keep pushing. Do them people go to the bank with you? No. Do them people go here with you? No. Do they got the same bills as you? No. So keep it moving. And so when I was reading it, I was like, wow, that was better than my magazine article. I was like, oh Lord Jesus, dang, Keita, you should have wrote the magazine article for me. But no, I say that because a lot of business owners don't have business sisters or business
Right.
partners to be able
Right.
to be like, hey, I need you. Hey, I just thank you. I appreciate you. You never complain. You never
Mm-hmm.
complain ever.
Right.
If you do complain, I never hear about it. But if you do, it's like, hey, I'm gonna get up. I'm putting the boxing gloves on and keep on getting in the ring. And hey, you might have tried to knock me down that time, but I'm getting back
Mm-hmm.
up. I'm
That's
fighting
right.
the whole journey. So she turned her purpose, she turned her passion into a profit. She could have said that was many doors of opportunity that was closed on her, that was like, no, not right now. No, not right now. No, not right now. Oh, okay. We got a little spot for you right there in the back. I remember we was in a spot that we didn't have no heat, and we brought heaters. We gonna work today.
That's
Come on.
right.
I need my nails done, Keita. Let's go. We
Okay.
we won't be through the trenches, and some people don't understand. Like, when a business gets started, it's not like rainbows and gumdrops. It's not. Some things you gotta toughen out. So with my
Mm-hmm.
closing remarks, what I can give to you guys that you can take away from this whole podcast is, it doesn't matter where you start, it's how you finish. It's what is you gonna get up, continue fighting, or you gonna dust yourself off and say, I'm gonna get up and try it again. I'm gonna make sure that this next challenge, this next wave, as my friend on my last podcast episode, when she say the deuce is up, you put your
Okay.
glove and you get back in that boxing ring and you fight it again. If it's a financial struggle, you fight that financial struggle. If it's a social media challenge, you get up and you fight that for social media challenge. You try to figure out what's the solution to how I'm gonna get my business from here to there. So what, you move your business out of town, gotta bring you right back where you need to be. He'll put you right back in the mark. He'll say, for
Mm-hmm.
that moment, I had to separate you for that moment to get your
Right.
undivided attention. He has to separate us sometimes from the people that we think are loyal to us and supporting us, to get his undivided attention. We move on our own accord instead of his accord.
That's true.
And so a lot of our business journeys, we try to figure out why we keep going around and around in a circle, is because we're not listening to when he say move. We listening when we want to move.
Mm-hmm.
If you haven't already went to her website, liked her on Facebook, commented below. Like, if you have any questions that you like, hey, I was dying to ask this question. Because we know we not live. We are watching this on the pre-recorded, but we're grateful and thankful for you to even watch this. Share it with a family member. Help them understand, if those that are like, I want to get into this nail business, and they like, I'm in this nail business, but it's not
Mm-hmm.
going the way I want it to go. It's not moving the way. It's some days that Eli can be honest with us and say it's not an everyday a sale day. It's some
Oh no.
cancellation.
Yes. More than
But
you like sometimes.
we ain't gonna talk about them cancellation days, because baby,
Right.
Yeah. But I do feel like with our listeners to connect with you and support your brand, even if it's buying teacher appreciation is coming up, you guys. I'm throwing all this out there for you guys because it's no excuse. How come you cannot? How can I support this young, beautiful entrepreneur by buying a gift certificate for a teacher? Buying a
Right.
Mother's Day gift card. Y'all don't believe in buying y'all gifts early, so that way things have just gone ahead and be easier for your life. Go ahead and get your Mother's Day gift card spa package. Go ahead and get that teacher appreciate that teacher done dealt with that little boy all year long. Get that teacher nail treatment and some spa.
Right.
Let her enjoy her spa day. The end of the year, get the graduate something for graduation. You know, we be throwing a little money in there, and half the time they go spend on something else. Get them something to where they can go get their nails done, or get a nice little pedicure. Summertime getting ready to hit. Go ahead and get your feet buffled. You know, we know some of y'all need to go get that done. The wintertime, to put the feet in them socks all on. I know I'm the struggle is real over here. Struggle is real.
Uh-oh.
I need to work for her life. She works. I've been taking it easy on. I've been trying to keep it maintained myself, but
Okay.
she's gonna be working the next Friday. It's gonna be okay because she's gonna be working next Friday. But for real, you guys, you can support this local brand here in Chattanooga, Tennessee. They are located on Highway 58, right in the Dollar General Plaza. If you're going up towards the, I want to say Harrison area, look over to your right hand side in the Dollar General Plaza, right over there where Uncle Larry's used to be at, and say, hey, just stop by. Sometimes you can stop by just to introduce yourself and say, hey, I just wanted to come in and get a gift card. If you want to buy a gift card from her website, look on her website, see if she has that option to buy your gift cards. If you out of town, my out of town guests, because I have some people that watch in Florida and everywhere else, and you like, hey, I just want to sponsor a teacher. I want to give a Mother's Day package, and she can get that gift card to somebody else that comes in the door and bless them. So, any last remarks or anything, Miss Keita, before we hop off?
I just want to thank you for having me on. I really appreciate it. My friends are my friends. I love y'all so much. Y'all are forever making me step outside the box. But I'm very grateful for it because I really do see God doing some amazing things in this year in my life and in business. And I'm just trying to embrace it all. So I appreciate you, honey. I love you so
what we
much.
keep saying. And we got some highs and lows in business, but we just going to embrace them all. And even if it's low points, we ask God to give us the solution of how to just go to the next, how to make it to the next. So we have appreciated you here at the I can't even talk, at the EDU station. We have appreciate you here for joining on. I know this was something that was like, hey, I don't know what we're going to talk about. So now that I got her out of her comfort zone, hopefully we can be able to get her on more often when she's running some specials or some promos or anything like that. We can get her on here to talk more about what she got going on. I even probably have where she come on and just do a nail tutorial for you guys, for those in the back there. They just like, hey, I just want to know how come my nail keep breaking right here in the middle. I keep cracking my nails. I don't know. I'm doing good on this set though. This set don't last. So they look good, you know, up till Friday, you know.
You're so silly.
All right, you guys. I want to thank you again for tuning in for another episode of Women in Business. We still have more to come. We got more women that are in business that'll be popping on here. Please don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Tell us how you have enjoyed our episodes. If you would love to hear something else, if you would love to hear more from more authors, writers, we got some more. We got a lady that do poetry. I can't wait to talk to her because I'm like, how you get poetry? But got her coming up soon. We have somebody in bookkeeping that's coming on, financial literacy, franchise. We got somebody that talks to you about franchising your companies, how to take your business and make it a franchise and move it from one city to the next city. So I am so excited about how Guy has been using me to just reach out to different women that normally I wouldn't even say. All I would say is, hey, on their Facebook page and keep it moving or talk to them in public. But they have been saying yes to come onto the stage and do more. So everybody let Keita know. Bye. All aboard the education station. Until next time. All aboard the education station.
Oh my God.